Hello everyone, I am Marten, and my tier list videos have not been getting really much views, so I'm taking a different chance on making a commented gaming video before giving up my commented videos for some time again. And this time I want to show you a full run of a roguelike deck builder that I am playing the most lately, called LONESTAR. And let's see how it goes. Start the game. I get a choice of 3 different spaceships, each using different gameplay mechanics. This one I got the most progress in, and the difficulties count separately for each of these ships, so I need to play this and reach the highest difficulty because that's where the final definite ending is and the final boss. So Shielder, I get a choice of randomly prepared pilots, each have 3 different abilities. If I don't like them, I can reroll. I'm going to look at it very quick. When any number of them when loading energy with the same point and color at plus strength. It's all quite weird. I'm going to now I can select a pilot. Oh, interesting. I didn't. There's probably a new option to select the race, the main ability. Therefore, but I'm going to just reroll it. I have a lot of rerolls from previous games. First treasure you gain when no items. Yeah, that looks nice. That looks nice. Yeah. This one. I'll have more days for events. I get the first treasure twice, and I can, instead of buying items at shop, I can buy nothing and get a random treasure, like a passive ability. Okay, difficulty 4. I think the final is like 9. Just less life, taking more damage, and that's what the difficulty affects. So the game works like this. I'm a bounty hunter. I have to go through 3 sectors of increasing difficulty. Each of them will have 4 enemies I need to take care of. 2 easy ones, 1 harder, and 1 boss. And that's it. And I do it 3 times. Each encounter can have some special rules for the encounter. This one doesn't have any. But before I go into it, I'm going to use my abilities, because once per entire run I can repair some stuff or buy some things. And I'm going to do it right now, so that it takes a bit longer, because the higher difficulty gave me less health to start with, and I'm going to restore it with the support item. And also, despite not having enough coins at the start, like 12, which means that I won't be able to buy anything in the shop, like it's just common items, really, not the better ones. But I have an ability that I can, if I don't buy anything, I can get something for free. Okay. And this is nice. I will take the first treasure twice, and I will already take this, which increases all damage dealt to the enemy by 2, and I will get it twice, so increase it by 4. That's a passive ability item. Very good one at the start. So it looks like it was a really good choice of a pilot, because now I'll be able to deal a lot of damage. So the encounter works like this. First, the enemy loads his energy into his ship, and that determines how much damage am I supposed to get. Like he gives me 5 damage here. And I have a chance to react with the energy I have generated. It's a random combination of numbers and colors that I have at my disposal. Higher number is better, more colorful color is better. Like the gray is the shittiest, and blue is better, and orange is the best. And what it means that I have to load these numbers into these units here, and some slots require better colors. Like here I can raise the number I put in by 1, so it makes a 4 out of from 3, and these units just do as much attack as the number I put in. So I just put this here and negate the entire attack, and I can load this energy here, but it will not do anything because he's small and it just goes straight the attack. It would not be able to do anything. So now I'm just going to end the turn and wait for him to come at a better position, or maybe get better numbers eventually, so that I can deal him some damage. Okay, as you could see, my leftover energy unspent was carried over to the next round, so I can, if I wanted to, I could continually build up big numbers by using this module. But what I'm going to do now, just to demonstrate that there is such a possibility, is that I can use fuel to position myself better. So I can move one space down, and this central unit does that when I load 2 energy of the same number, it puts extra 2 damage. So I'm going to load these 2 4s, so that's 10 total, and here I see what's going to happen. He will take 9 damage total along with my passives, 5 from here and 9 from here. I'm also going to upgrade this energy so I can have higher numbers later. Alright, 10 damage here, that's quite a lot, but if I load 2 5s, that will put 2 extra damage and kill him. So now that I have 1, I always get some coins, 1 fuel back, and always a choice of 1 unit so that I can further customize my spaceship. What is this? A support unit, blah blah blah, that only works once I put in 3 energy. That's not really good, because it will not do anything on one turn. I just have to load it and load it. At the start of this is a passive ability that at the start of a second turn I get the wide 9. That's quite nice. I'm going to put it in. I only have a limited number of slots and also a limited number of weight. Is on the bottom here, 5 out of 6, like they each of those units have some weight that I cannot go over. And now between encounters I have a choice of vacation, where I can further improve my ship and customize my build. I can select what kind of event I get. This one is about units, this one is about fuel. This can be about anything, and I always like to take chances like that. What is this? Gain extraction device. This is not interesting. This is just 4 coins and everything else I have at the maximum. But this on low generated energy of degraded and a blue one. Okay, that looks nice. It will just lower the color of what I put in there and give me a blue one. That can be useful. Okay, now I'm going to end my vacation, and since I have Talira Treant, the vacation days will be carried over to the next vacation. Now there's a henchman, special rule that when he takes damage he only takes 1 damage at once from a lane. That's it's just in the middle though. Okay. So he's normally sized, he will attack on the sides. And there is also a special rule that a random unit gains chaining, that it can improve my chances later. Nothing much interesting. So I'm just gonna load it up and that's it. Raise this, degrade color and produce a blue one. Raise it up and load it in. And now I do not know if I kill him if I load these 2 ones here, or just the 2, because thanks to my treasure, yeah, it kills him. I was worried that the treasure will not work through the shield, but it also works through the shield, so it's an easy encounter, immediately dead. just like that. More coins, fuel, which I already have at the maximum, and another unit. One that is creating orange 3 points, that's not very interesting, and another passive that gives me 2 power to all attack units at the start of the third turn. I'm going to take that, and I'm going to replace this extraction device with it, because I do not think I have much ways to use a blue one effectively. Another vacation, just common encounters. So I'm just going to go with a random one. Ooh. And I have a lot of choices here. Either coins, health. Yeah, and this is a special for my race that I can remove all risks. And now I either take coins, health, or amplification device. At the start of battle, add 1 power. Okay, so it will give an extra attack to all neighboring attack units. That's nice. It's actually probably better than maybe either of these. I'm going to have to decide which. Probably this one that gets bonus at the start of third turn, and I'm going to rearrange it in a way that it affects all attack units. It will just give me 1 damage every time, which is better than 2 damage every time, but starting at second turn. Okay, I'll carry over vacation days. And what are the special rules here? One is that every third turn I get double the pain, and here is when I load 4 or higher, he will do more damage on that turn, so that can go quite badly, but I'm worried I can end it quite fast. So let's go. I need to put 2 of the same here, so I'm going to do just that. And he's raising himself. So that doesn't look very nice. I'm going to take some damage, but it's okay a few times, because this special this ship that I picked at the beginning of the game has some shield points that recharge between each encounter, so I can take 4 damage without any long-term consequences. And just so that I don't take too much damage at once, I'm going to use some fuel to position myself better and negate a bit of these 6. So I only take 3 damage to shields, and this goes away. Good, I gave him a bit of a pain. Now I got the 9 from here, which is useful. I can do a lot of damage. Here I'm going to use a double 5. And I'm going to use the 9 somewhere here. Erase the 1, and I'm also going to reposition myself again to take less damage. Now, what's going to happen is that he's not going to be able to play on the next turn, because all enemies have a durability, and every time they lose a struggle in a lane, like I'll put in more numbers than them, they use 1 durability, and when it goes to 0, they cannot act for a turn at all, and then it will restore back to the original value. But it will not happen, because I will just end it right now, while he cannot play. Easy. Boom. But I spend more fuel than is my maximum, so now I will be under my maximum limit for a while. I'll raise my energy weight limit, choose a treasure. Add 2 strain when 1 point, that's nice. At the start, add 1, okay. This is, I always take the rarer treasures better, and the blue one is rarer than the white one. and that gives me 2 extra attack when I load up just a single 1 point of energy. So I raise my weight limit, that means I can use this surge device again. And now I have plenty of vacation days to use the rarer encounters here. A treasure encounter, that's nice, that's always a good one. I gain a choice of a treasure, 4 coins. And it gave me just a common treasure, random common treasure by using the most expensive option, that's a ripoff. When the units activate this trigger, okay, I do not have any units that have any activate ability, so it will not do anything yet. So let's look at the other encounters. Shield encounter. I can lose max HP to gain max shield, or lose max shield to get max health. I'm going to get just a slightly bit max shield. I lost 6 max health for 3 max shield. Not sure if I did the right thing, but it sounds nice. Now there is a shop, but I do not have enough coins to go for the premium shop. So I'm just going to go for the attack unit shop, hoping to improve some of my attack units. When shield changes at +2 power, yeah, that's nice. Unload at strength recall, okay. And this is actually on discount, so I can just buy both of the discounted. Yeah, I can just buy both of the discounted attack units and use them to replace my shitty ones from the start. They both have more slots and an additional ability on top, so that's nice. And what do we have here? Actually, now that I have this ability, even the blue 1 point is quite good, because it will be like a 3. So I'll just put this here as well. And now there is a boss of this sector. On loan, this lane becomes transparent and does not participate in the showdown. Okay, so he will disable 1 lane every time. Or maybe even more. Okay, so he disabled the middle lane, so we are now just fighting in the top and the bottom. And he's attacking me for 11, so let's see what I can do about it. I need to put a 4 here to have more power. So let's put 4s in it. Here I can degrade the color. And now I can load up my ones which are extra good. And all I did by this turn is negate all damage and do no damage. That's not very good. If it goes on like this, I'm not going to win. Okay. I see how it goes. Now I should reposition myself probably. Nah. I have to load up what I can. Okay, so I screwed up. Maybe I didn't. Okay, so here needs to go a 4. Here needs to go same numbers, and here just something high like this. Okay, let's put it like this. I took some damage, but not much. It goes to the shields, and he's already at half-life. He disabled those two, okay. So let's just put some high numbers down here and that's it. High numbers. Loading up. 7. And a 4. And that's 2 damage, but it will lower the durability, which is almost at 0, so then it should be over at least. Now 11 and 11, that's not nice. We've already had this and I wasn't happy. And I've only got low numbers. So, what should I do? Let's reposition myself. Put some ones here just to eliminate the damage that I get. And get some more energy. And it's actually not as bad to take a lot of damage in boss encounters, because I heal fully after the encounter, so I still have 20 lives to spare without a problem at all. So I'm still going. I do not get any oranges, so I will only able to load these ones. But it's quite nice. It gets stronger and stronger every time, so it's already quite strong. I'm gonna put them 6 here, double 4 here, some small here, and that's it. He'll get more damage than necessary. Get coins, restore all my fuel, get a treasure, gain 4 vacation days, or at the start of the second turn add 2 points to all energy in hand. So one is good for the combat and one is good for random stuff. So rather than getting bad RNG and not being able to use the 4 vacation days to do anything useful, I'm going to go with this that adds 2 points to my every energy at the start of the second turn. I gain another unit. I even have a choice of a legendary one that even has an activation thing. That's nice. I even have here that when an activate is triggered, I add 1 strength to all adjacent attack units, and this can do a lot of activation, so it will be very nice to the middle. Yeah, that's cool. That's even better than this one. Yeah, and this will power up everything around here. That will be very strong. So now I even got some legendary encounters, very strong, and a lot of vacation days to use them. So let's go. Energy resource. I can upgrade my numbers here. Upgrade a 4 to 8, or I'm simply going to use star coins to get some 8. That's nice. And I get another unit. I can get a legendary unit for 2 fuel. Okay, that's nice. That's very nice. That's very good. I'm doing well. That means that there are 2 attack units, and when I put energy into one, it also loads the same energy into the other. So I can just use my better units all around here. And now I do not use any common attack units anymore, just the really good ones. So I'm feeling pretty good about my build. I already feel very strong, and I haven't even gone through the third of the game. So, second sector. And I need to keep particular colors left in my hand, or he will do double damage. Okay, that sounds quite bad, but doable. Why did this not happen? When a unit's activate is triggered, add 1 strength to adjacent. I did that. I activated it, and where's the... Yeah, it just put 1 like attack, not a permanent damage. I misunderstood it a bit wrong, because there's strength, which is this, and there's power, which is that it gets more attack every time, and this is just the worst thing. So let's just load it up. Overclock 3, so I can activate it again if I put in a 3. Okay. And here it will make me a double 8, and it's already almost done. Yeah, but this will be double damage if I load the 6, and this will be double damage if I load the 1. So I really need to keep this white, or this will be a 20. But the blue one is not so bad. I can just load it up, and is that easy? Like I said, I have a fairly strong build at this point. Very good synergies between the passive treasures and the active units. I even have a new one, new attack unit. When energy is generated during your turn, this unit loads a copy, but... So what it means that when I get an orange, I raise the orange to by 1 by using this, it will immediately go here as well. And then I can load the raised orange. That sounds good. So now I only have legendary attack units. That doesn't happen very often, so savor the moment. 3 vacation days. I can spend some... Treasures are always good to gain, even if they are a common treasure, but a 60% to gain 1 rare, so let's do it. I failed, it doesn't matter. What's here? After achieving 5 draws like the... Okay, I get it. So this is quite a tricky encounter, because I need to do 5 draws to win the... Or either I can do 99 damage, which is way more than what's been here so far, or I can do the exact number as he's attacking me 5 times. And you really need to count quite well to do it. So this will add 1 everywhere. So I need 5s at the side, so let's do it like this. And I just need a 2 here, so I can do it like this. No. Yeah, I can do it like this. Okay. So that's done for this turn. I only need to do this 2 more times. So let's see. Here. Yeah, I can do this here. That will be enough. And no, I will still get 6. But it's okay, it will go to shield. There's no problem. So this should be over now. I got 6 shield damage, but it will recover. Yeah, and he basically called it quits. That was a special rule of that encounter. What's here? A support unit that every time I load 3 energy there, I can make the attack unit in front stronger. But so far I do not really have much of a way to produce a lot of energy, not even with the treasures or my support unit, so it can only be useful later, not right now. Modification that alters the units I already have here. So blue slot to uncommon unit, gain 1 random common unit and add white slot. Okay. What are my common units? Yeah, this one. That's actually good. I can add 1 more slot to one of these either gentle tap or extraction device. Which one is better? Blues, probably this one, so I can raise it more, or this one, so I can have more blue ones. No, I'm going to improve this one, and that's it. No, actually I can go with the absolute random one. Restore health, restore fuel. No, nothing interesting. I've just wasted vacation days. What's this? Unload randomly toned energy units. Okay, so he will force me to use my first energy on a particular unit on the topmost. So let's load it up. No problem. Now I'll just keep loading the highest energy wherever possible. Like here, and I already have way more than enough. this goes very easily. Yeah, and he taunted basically everything, which doesn't really mean much. I can load up high numbers here. Yeah, but I need to use all these, okay. Easy, easy. So more energy here, and also like, how about like this? Yeah, that kills everything already. Easy done. So that's that. I hope I did not have to go through all the steps in there, and by now you've understood what's going on. When a new unit gained after gaining its treasure and plus 1 max HP, and I'm already halfway through the game, so it will not do much. This sounds much better. At the start of the turn can generate orange tree. That sounds nice because I do not have a high chance to generate oranges here. It's only 1 in every 6 resources, and I need a lot of oranges to make these work in the middle. Another weight limit, so I can add something here. I can put another support unit. Oh, I'll just put this passive one that adds power at the start of the third turn. Okay, go for a legendary unit here. What is this? Okay. This looks nice. Both of those options look very nice. I don't really need much attack units because I already have all the legendary attack units I can get, so support units sound better, and this is a rare one. On load, if the energy loaded would trigger another unit's overclock, it is triggered, and I have a overclock here. Yeah, but to make the best use of this I need a lot of overclock units, so it doesn't really do that much. Yeah, it may be useful more later, but not yet, sadly. I did not think it all the way through, but it's not really important. I'll go for another completely random one. I can gain max fuel, that's nice. I'm going to take damage to gain max fuel because I feel good enough that I'll just win the boss fight at 15 health and it will restart fully to the top. I'll also gain some more coins here. And I can actually swap my units here and gain different ones. When any unit activates and power and strength. Oh, that's nice. But like I said, I do not really feel like I need any more attack units. So I'll just go for K. I know, but it would take the best common thing here. So not good. I don't really like any of the options. Let's go on. Boss fight. With shark teeth that move around. And I can move them around as well by loading energy into each ship. But I won't. I'll just reposition myself to avoid the worst options. So no orange at the start. I don't like that. But let's see what I can make do with all these options here. Erase this one. I'll load the highest ones into the doublers. And then I will not have enough in the middle here. That will be a lot of damage there. But It should hopefully get better later. I'm loaded up like this, just to minimize the damage done to me. Shield at 2, health at 15, and he's going for a huge attack in the middle. So let's load a lot in the middle. I have the options. It shouldn't be much of a trouble. Yeah, I can load it up for free like this one. Because whenever I get an orange, it just goes here. So that's a lot of... that's high numbers. Yeah, more activations here. And that's still a lot. What am I gonna do about it? I want to double or both of the 9s. Like this. Yeah, and that's going to be 16 damage. I cannot really do much about, but I'll make it better in the next turns. I'm on my last health, so maybe I'll lose. Okay, so let's reposition to avoid the worst damage. And now I just need to take care of this 18 here and I'm good. So how do I do that? With a lot of oranges. Yeah, the 18 is taken care of and probably I can just slam dunk this somehow. Yeah, and that's over. That's over now. 59 damage, avoided all of the damage. And although I'm remaining on 1 health, I will restore it all now back. All the fuel and health. Gain a legendary treasure after loading a 9, generate a 1 of the same color. At the start, degrade the colors of all support unit slots. That's both kind of underwhelming, I think. I would have liked something better more. But yeah, I already have a unit that gives me a 9, so this will give me a 1 for the 9. That's not much of a good trade. But if I take this and I put this away, then I should be able to generate a lot of excess energy to allow me to load up this quite consistently, which should be nice. Also, if I put a different attack unit here, I can get more use of these activations here with this treasure, so that also sounds nice. I'm gonna do it like that. Load another attack unit here. This will power them all up. Yeah. Actually I have even another pick at the start of a battle, add an orange slot and a blue slot to the unit in the front. Nice. Nice. That's good. That's probably even better here. That this will have more slots and will be able to overclock a lot more times. I like that. I'm just looking if there is a better option here, but probably not. Let's see how it works. Okay, 8 vacation days, so I can do both the legendary ones. Here is a shield stuff. Gain 4 mech shield, set mech shield to 10. Lose 2 mech shield and gain a satellite. When overclock is triggered, add 1 strength to all attack units. That's good. I want it. That's nice synergy for the overclocking here. Actually, I've been talking a lot about overclocking, but did not stop to explain what it actually does. So basically, I can activate this unit once per turn for free to gain 3 like attack points for that turn, and every time I load an energy of 3 or higher, I can use it again on that turn. So I can use it a lot, and it will combo with this and this. And here I have an option to either lose. Yeah, I'm going to adjust the energy resources here, and I'm going to copy the highest, which gives me another 8, which is very nice. Okay, so last sector incoming, which means that the entire run might just be under an hour if it goes nicely. First encounter, which I can lower by loading the same numbers as he puts there. An emergency event, protect the merchant. At the start of the battle, equip one merchant shelter to random. A clumsy merchant has wandered into the battle zone and requests your protection. Yeah, I have to protect this lane from getting any damage whatsoever. That's a special rule now. And the best if I load a 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's do this. So just go for the high numbers. High numbers. Ooh. Here I can load a 3 to make it happen once more. This 5 should disable his 5. Yeah. And I don't think I can do much better than this. Only by loading another 2 here, but it will not do much. So let's just keep it, and they will all gain in power on the next turn. I'll just reposition myself to take less damage. Let it go. Waste the 17 up here. So maybe I should have stayed. And now I should put in 7, 8, 9. Which should not be too much of a 9 is done. And let's just load up all the high numbers everywhere. Oh, I've actually screwed up here. I accidentally got in. No, it's actually a fake combo here because of this treasure. When I load a 9, it puts in a 9 and a 1. Which is actually not even that bad because 1 is an extra 2. Okay, so a bit of a bad combo, but not as bad as it could have been. And he's got a lot of health as well. That's not nice. But let's just get as much damage as I possibly can, and that should hopefully. Okay, let's just hope that the next turn goes smoothly. And that sounds doable, what he put in there. Oof. Okay, I'm just trying to load it up in a way to make as much damage as possible with the numbers I've been given, and it already seems like enough, even if I don't think I'm playing it much optimally. Yeah, it's already dead, and only 1 damage to the shield here, which I'll recover right again. Coins, fuel, new unit, which I do not even need because all of them seem nice enough. When any attack unit loads energy above 5 points, add 2 strength. Okay. Actually, I did not really like it very much that this gave me more slots because I could not fill them much anyway, so I'm just going to put another attack unit there as I originally wanted, so they can gain a lot of strength when any attack unit is low plus 2 strength. I'm figuring out which is better, whether this hexagram core or this force field. Let's put in the force field. I'm not sure. I'll put in hexagram core. He's got more white slots for me to use my extra white energy. Enter the shop. And now I can either buy this for 19, which doesn't do anything for me, or I can just exit, do not spend any coins and pick one, which is much better. All overclock art thresholds are usually weapon. Nice. Nice. Okay, this one looks nice. That combos the overclock by reducing it one by one. More treasures here. I can gain a treasure or coins or a rare unit. I can gain a treasure like this. 4 times for Rubik's Cube. At the end of the showdown, while I have 4 energy in hand, I add 1 point to all energy. Okay. So it will add raise my numbers left over from between rounds. What is here? At the start of the turn, consume a fuel of the energy. So it will take away my fuel. That's not very nice, and that's all it will be doing. It will not attack at all, so the point is just to kill it as fast as I can. So let's do it. Just put high numbers where I can. Yeah, I don't know if it was the optimal placement, but let's hope so. It's already half done. And now I get all 9s. I don't even know why. Why did I get all 9s? Yeah, I probably drew like random 8s and it raised them, and this also gave me one, so I got quite lucky here. And that should hopefully seal the deal. Yeah, he's not going to be able to do anything anymore. Nice, nice. Maybe even... Alright, I do not really understand all the reasons why I got 4 9s. I only know how I got 3 of them, but not the 4th, but it doesn't matter. On low trigger power bonus, so if this unit gets any power from some reasons or another, I don't even know how I can give it power, it would be able to make more use of that power, but I don't think I can give it power in any way, so it doesn't really mean anything, so I'm not going to use it. Yeah. And vacation, more treasures, always good. A legendary treasure. Why Elaine would take less than 5 damage, it takes exactly 1. So a defensive treasure. At the end of the treasure showdown, when none of your lanes claim victory in the showdown. So this also is a treasure for when I suffer. And I'm too much. This I'll trade 3 fuel for the defensive treasure that saves some damage. What's next? Energy resource, unknowns. I'm going to do the random one. Gain deep when you don't move during a turn. Yeah, that's nice. So now that I have 0 fuel, I'm going to gain another treasure that raises my attacks when I don't move, which should hopefully come in handy. Now what is this? During the showdown, lanes equipped which only take the lowest damage among the lanes. Okay, so he's got an extra defensive power that I need to damage these two lanes evenly. And let's go. Let's just load it somewhat optimally. Probably like this. Is it optimal? Isn't it? I don't know. I just went with my gut. And this takes 0 damage because this is not taking any damage. That's a bit sad. But let's have 4 9s again. And maybe I'll figure out why it's happening. Only 2 9s. Okay, so there's 1 9 from here definitely and 1 at random from the deck erased by the champagne. And now I will not be able to do any damage on the bottom. Actually, it will not do anything here because this is not taking any damage either. So I can only do any significant damage in the middle. So let's do it. Load this up. I should load this just for saving some damage. Yeah. I don't want to put in too much because it won't do anything. Yeah, I'll just keep loading these with high numbers. Wreak some havoc on him, on his undefended side. And he'll already be at fairly low. Oh, I can just put this here for more defense. And he's already at only 10 health. Okay, so far so good. Did not get too high numbers now, but I will raise them. Does it look optimal? No, probably not. Damn! And because it's on the defended side, I do not even do any damage. Okay, so I wasted this. I wasted this quite badly, just because I did not load enough here. Okay, but never mind, I can still save it without restarting the event. That's actually a nice thing about the game, is when you make a mistake just because you did not pay enough attention, you can still save it by restarting the entire encounter. It's not a unique feature, I've already seen other deck builders do the same, and it's very nice because when the deck builders use a lot of complex mechanics and such, it can be easy to lose yourself in them and make mistakes just because you've understood those mechanics poorly, and this allows you to like have an aha moment and not lose an entire run because of it, which is nice. After loading a slot, degrade its color, nice. When generating 1 point energy, upgrade it to orange energy, that's both quite nice. So I can have more oranges, like this. Interesting. Yeah, I'ma go with this because I have a lot of orange slots, not much orange. And I can add another unit. I'll add this one because I'll have to rearrange it wildly to make use of all these stuffs here. Maybe I can use this. Maybe I can. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's the optimal thing to do now. But I've only got the final vacation before the main boss. So let's use it. What's here? Modification. Yeah, I need some fuel. Restore HP and fuel, double star coins, gain star coins. I don't really have much of a use for coins now because it's the last vacation. So either I go for one legendary encounter or two of these random encounters. So let's do the random encounters. Gain max HP, good, okay. Gain 4. And also random here. Lose max fuel, gain max shield, lose max HP, gain max shield. Take. So this doesn't do anything because there's just one encounter. But this looks nice for shield, for one fuel. Because I don't wanna move anyway, I've got the artifact that gives me benefits for not moving. Which one even was it? Yeah, this one. Final boss, Corleone. At 6 strength when activated by order, maybe hibernated by order. Okay. So just a very strong ship, apparently. And that's it. I'll just need to do a lot of damage to 200 health. Okay. Let's do this. Let's take all those 200 health points away. Figure out some optimal placement. This is not very nice, a lot of damage, but if I move it will be less damage. Okay, so I can just go here and take only 1 damage. And reduce durability by 2, so at least I've done something. I don't really do much without orange, but now I get an orange 9, which I will be able to use quite nicely. Actually, it could have been a lot better. Generating energy. Yeah, and even if the game is so kind that even if I found out halfway that I'm not playing it very well, I can just reset the encounter, figure out a better placement of the units that I have at my disposal, and then restart it with that configuration instead. But it doesn't really look like it will be necessary. I'm already halfway and have barely any damage. Now he's going for a strong turn, but I'll probably be able to dish it. I don't really like this one. I'm not really able to use it very optimally. Okay. It doesn't really look very nice. Actually, I have a lot of energy but nowhere to put it. Maybe I should have really built it a bit differently, it seems. Yeah, I'm not playing it very well. I gave him 33 damage, but he gave me 26, which is a lot worse because I'm left at my final 6. But now it's not going very strong and I got some nice stuff here. So, okay, I'll be able to load it up quite a lot. A 9 and a 9 and another 9 here, and some ones here and a 3 here, and that's already enough to kill him. Okay, so although I got one really terrible turn, I still did it later. And I was not even... It was already the 4th difficulty out of 9 and I did not even have to think too hard. Even makes a few mistakes and keep the entire run out under an hour. So I've unlocked some new pilots, another difficulty, another traits for the pilots, and that's it. I'll play the other difficulties later. That's it for my commented playthrough. If you liked it, leave a comment. If you want to see some more of this kind of content, just let me know. I can show you even some other roguelikes I've been playing or anything like that, you know. I don't think you will be doing much anything anyway, because I've already been recording for an hour and only the strongest can keep watching me up for an hour, so now I'm really just talking to myself. But if you're here, then you're goated, and maybe leave me a comment about what you'd like to see me do next. Thanks.